All right, everybody, what is going on? I've got my whole family here for once. We got the kitty cat, Silky, and my most important family member, Silky, and Silky. Oh, and my wife. Yeah, she's here too.
Hello.
This is Lara, in case you guys have not met her. And she got me some pretty sweet balloons, which the cat is terrified of. So I'm just trying to make sure the cat doesn't turn around and see the balloons. Now, if you guys have any questions, tonight is an no holds barred. You can ask whatever you want to Lara. Just ask the question at Fishery still, so it'll pop up on our screen and we can see it. Can you guys hear us okay? Hopefully you can. There's no pop filter for both of us, but I did get a pop filter for myself. And I've got all the audio recorded for the new video going up tomorrow about sound. I was hoping to get it up today, but you guys had some questions you were curious about. Someone likes your glasses, honey.
Thanks.
Angie Bear, thank you. What's up, Williams? Thanks for the birthday wishes, everybody. I appreciate it. Craig, what's going on? I think Craig had the first birthday wish, coming out of down under. He was a day ahead, so he got last night. He was like on it, like
nice,
like white on rice. I always thought that was a racist thing when I was a kid, but it's not. It's just about white rice. Hey, where are you going? You can go down, but do it the normal way. So hey, much love to you too, brother. Live cat pounce. I'll be there soon, Alex. I'm just hitting that thumbs up on every alt account. Well, thank you very kindly. I will allow your spamming ways. Yes, Sketty, what's up? Bambi, Jeff, Ray's Fish Room, good to see y'all. Nirvana Aquatics, good to see you, my friend. KM, all right, Kitty's getting down.
Oh, there she goes.
All right, she's not gonna be quiet, so I have to bribe her. It's her dinner time anyways, so yeah, actually, you feed her. I'll say hi to a couple people while my wife sets out some food for her. So how's everybody doing? Oh wow, Nancy B, thank you so much. I got a $10 birthday present. Woohoo! Thank you so much. As much as I want to put the money towards the channel or a tank or something, all the money from my clothing that I sell, which now it's all out of date. Not that most of it says Secret History, but there is a mug that says Secret History. I need to make a new Fishery mug since we're kind of going with that name now, since it's just so much shorter and easier to at. And okay. That's why I was like, honey, don't you want to scoot closer?
Sit like this. He wants me to sit like this.
That's fine. Yeah. You love me. Pretend like you do. Wow. Oh, holy smokes. Thank you very much. Pile for 6 months. You've been a member. You've been a member longer than that, my friend. Muppet, good to see you as well. And wow, Aloha, good to see you. Word on owling. I can't say it. I'm too mumbled mouth, but happy birthday from Glasgow, Scotland. This is the most around the world birthday I've ever had. Yeah, thank you.
Go to Scotland.
Yeah, we really want to go to Scotland. My dad's whole family is Scottish, so
if it's not
Scottish, it's crap. Geek Boy, thank you so much. We got a $20 super chat from Geek Boy.
Birthday.
Isn't that nice? And yeah, so yes, I am Alex, son of William. Actually, I'm Alex, son of Joe. Literally, his name is Joe on his birth certificate, but his last name is Williamson also. And his middle name, Mac, is short for Mac. Macklemore. It's short for Macklemore. And which is his great grandfather. And then his brother, who's the oldest son, has David as his middle name, who is my great grandfather. So you basically take your grandfather or your great grandfather as your middle name in the northern part of Ireland or Scotland, where our family hails from. And so my middle name is Joseph, even though he's not named that. He's named Joe.
He's just Joe.
He's just Joe. But they wanted to be more Scottish about it. And my grandpa wanted to be an American. He didn't want anyone to know he was Scottish when he moved over here as a kid. Maka Kamala, hello and happy birthday. Is that Skipper I see up there? Wait.
Did you get the
Skipper's Aquatics? Good to see you, buddy. Wow, Nirvana Aquatics. I've got a mod from Facebook and she's dropping in the big bucks. Holy smokes. Thank you so much.
Aww.
That is very sweet.
Nirvana.
And happy birthday to your husband. Also, I might need to hit you up for some aquascape photos of some Blackwater aquascapes. I know you do a beautiful job of it. And I just want to, there's a few things I want to share with like the limitations of certain methods we use and the, like, for instance, if you didn't have a filter or if you didn't have an air stone or if you do have CO2, if you do use fertilizers, things like that. I'm trying to get pictures from folks of nice looking setups. I know yours look incredible. And then say like what it was that allowed you to achieve that. So that's like a new project. And I have some new things I just wanted to tell you guys about really quick before you guys can just open field day question my wife about anything about me or her. And Melissa Skinner, happy birthday from New Zealand. Happy birthday to me. I feel like I'm saying you too. That's what I'm like, hey, you too have a happy birthday also, whenever the hell that is. A name appendicitis. That is a weird name, but hello. How's it going? Richard Reynolds, good to see you. Ladinea White. Is it Ladinia or Ladinea? Ladinia, I'm guessing. Ladinia. Hello. All right, Angie Bear, saw you. Coro, what's going on, buddy? Lady Rorschach, good to see you. Aquatic Moose. Oh, we got everyone in the house tonight. Kayla, what's going on? You've been a member for a month. I appreciate it. I hope it's been fun. Scotty the Fish Freak, and it's spelled with a PH, honey. Is that like anything like our household speed? Wait, that's Melissa. What am I doing?
Not anything correctly.
Not Melissa. What's the name of that stupid song?
Sweet Melissa.
No, the Allman Brothers. It's a woman's name, isn't it? Anyways, I was wrong. I should have done I Will Get By, because that's their only charting hit. Even though no one wants to admit that. All right. Let's see here. And we've got Matthew Wiseman. Hello. YFI also. Hope you're having a radical day. I am. Mick M over from across the pond. Good to see you, buddy.
There's a question. Mick M has a question.
What is the worst?
What is the worst thing with having, I'm guessing this.
Yeah.
Having Alex being so nerdy into tanks and YouTube. Wow, there's so many. I'd say that terrible smell when there's something dead in a fish tank.
I thought you were going to be like that terrible smell of him because he's always mildewy from his sleeves being in the tanks.
Sure. You can add that to the list.
Rick Grimes, hello. And hey, Kenny, what's going on, brother?
Hi, Kenny.
Thank you very much. I really do appreciate that. I was gonna say, I just don't feel right about all the birthday money. So I gotta give like half of it to a nonprofit. So you guys gotta help me figure out something fish related that's a nonprofit or something that's like education related. I feel weird. Because I was gonna say my money from my clothing goes to nonprofit every month. Like we pick a different one. Usually it's been going to Shoal every month. And soon in June at at Findig down in Sacramento. Tom Barr will be speaking. Gary Lang will be speaking. And Ivan Mikolji and I together will be speaking. And it's going to be a 2-day event. It's going to be a big deal. And my wife's going to come. Are you?
When?
In June in Sacramento.
Sure.
And yeah, it should be. I mean, those are really good speakers. I don't know how I got put in the midst of them, but I do have a nonprofit with Ivan Mikolji that we've kind of set up, and like we've done all the legal work and taxes and like structuring and like writing up proposals for the board and getting a lawyer to do all that wording for us. And now we can actually roll out things like the site and stuff. It's just we've kind of been holding back because we don't have any money. We don't. So soon I'll probably be giving money to that charity, my own charity. You know, figure out a way to do that that's not illegal or whatever, because something about that sounds illegal. But none of us get paid. We're all unpaid board members. So it's just Ivan Mikolji, me, and probably Dr. Anthony Mazerol will be on the board eventually, if not a few other ichthyologists.
Who's this Jeff Kane guy?
Jeff
He's got
Kane.
an interesting question.
Jeff Kane. Yeah. Oh, keep the money for your teeth. Okay, deal. I seriously need to. My upper teeth are so bad. I need to get down to Florida and have them all pulled out. Actually, I need to get them all pulled out up here, then get down to Florida. It's going to be like a 6-month process because you got to get them all pulled. Then they have to have a flat surface. So they have to refile down your jawbone, and then they put the implants onto it like they did the bottom. So it just takes forever. I should have had it done in September. Should have gotten part of it done. But I ended up in the ICU, and my lovely wife flew down there, even though I missed out on
our wedding anniversary.
Yeah, I missed out on our wedding anniversary. The day of our wedding anniversary, it happened that I got put in the ICU down in Florida. And I missed a talk at Tampa and at Space Coast that I had flown across the country to go do. Luckily, I'd flown across the country on my own dime. So, yeah. Yes, Sketty, if I went to Scotland, I would definitely be fossil hunting. Freaky Fish Lady, good to see you. Andy, good to see you. Kay, good to see you. We got a lot of people in here tonight. Elite Menagerie Habitats. Louise, hello. Barbara Jackson, good to see you. So I wanted to also shout out that Kenny, while I'm looking at his super chat here too, Kenny has a meetup, and Lara and I were possibly going to go this weekend, but there's been ice storms. And then yesterday, literally this didn't get resolved until today completely. Her tires got slashed on the car that we'd be driving. My truck is 24 years old. And you think it'd make it to Portland?
No.
I think it might make it. It just may not make it, Matt. But in any case, we were going to be at a meetup, but there is a meetup that I'm going to be posting about in the community tab with like the address and stuff in Portland with a bunch of fish keepers. And there's YouTubers like Danikin Aquatic, and it was going to be me. And then I don't know who all else is going to be there. I'm guessing Coro maybe, and Ryan. I don't know who all is going to be there now. You'll have to take a look and ask around, folks. But what was Jeff's question?
Oh, it was, when are we going to see the fish room expansion?
Oh.
And I was like, well,
yeah, when
after
are we going to see?
pay for a new roof, after we get Alex beautiful new teeth,
my spine surgery.
What else is there that we need to do? Yeah, I don't think there's an expansion anytime soon.
After we pave the driveway, after we get a new roof, after we tame the backyard and all the ivy that's choking everything out.
My dream when we moved in here was that Alex could have a man, what do they call it? A man cave, but it would be like an external in the
but it
backyard.
Could be in the backyard, and it could have a square footage of 100 feet. That was her dream. That it could be 10 by 10 and made out of a tough shed. That's why it didn't happen. I was like, nothing will fit in a tough shed. It's not plumbed. It's not heated. It's not insulated.
Wild Bill wants to know how we met.
Oh, well, you see that koala? Has nothing to do with it.
They didn't have any fish balloons.
Oh, wow. Durf Sun, thank you so much. 5 fishery memberships were gifted. That's really kind of you. Really appreciate that. If you guys get one of those, and I mean, thank you, Durf Sun, but if you guys get one of those, then you definitely go to the community tab and go back in history, and you'll see a lot of fishery episodes. The normal public will see some of them too, but there's an extra 140 that are unlocked when you're a member, and that are member only posts. And you can go back and watch those, and they're audio based, and there's a playlist too as a member that you can have access to. Let's see. John Monroe says it should be a good meetup in Portland. Are you going, John? Linda Harrison, thank you so much. That's so kind of you as well. And your pup, I see in the picture. Lara, that's what Lara wants next. Not a fish room, not anything else. Oh yeah, George RB3 will be there. Cool. And Coro's gonna try. And is Ian gonna be there? Ian will probably be there, right? Let's see here. Alex, tough. She'd start that. Yeah, it should be. I agree. It should be. Yes. 10,000 square feet.
Oh God.
5-story tough shed. I agree.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
is Kenny gonna build that for us?
Yeah, Kenny will build it for me. Kenny's my man. He will hook it up. Whatever. Let's see here. Laura, what sort of dog are you looking to get?
Oh, well, I had my true love lies with boxers, but we need a hypoallergenic dog.
Because of who?
Because of you. And and probably me. So we're looking at some kind of doodle, which I know it's like everybody we should adopt and not buy dogs.
I want a Boston Terrier. That's what I want.
I think we need to get a doodle.
I want a Dachshund or a Boston Terrier personally, but nothing happens the way I want it to around here. So
you're allergic. So
I can have a Boston Terrier. Your dad's I'm not allergic to. Oh, Ian is working, but if not, he has no excuses. True. Yeah, so I'll post that in the community tab and link the Facebook event for all y'all to see in an update. Yes, I agree, Nin. Is your name because of 9 Inch Nails? Just curious, or is your name like Nina or something? Because we're both fans of 9 Inch Nails. I have a story about 9 Inch Nails, but I can't probably tell it here. No, probably not. It involved high school and an after party for a theater production, and we were all underage and dancing to that song that was big when I was in high school, Closer. So if you know the song, you probably know what some of the problems were when the chaperones busted into the room and saw what was going on. All right, so let's see here. Nirvana Aquatics. I have a design that I made for a 2-stack storage container hobby house. Top floor greenhouse plants, bottom floor insulated for tanks. That's cool. Storage container. Yeah, those are really neat. That's really cool. I'd love to see your design or hear about it more. Oregon Fishing Guy, what's going on? Welcome. And Larry Henry, hello. If you get a puppy, your tolerance will build up. Yeah.
Wow, he's a German Shepherd. That's
German Shepherd.
A lot of fur.
That's a lot of fur. Like with cats, I thought a long-haired cat would be the worst because I have cat allergies. But in this weird contradiction, the long hair cat, all her hair she cleans and gets into like a fur ball that's like a tumbleweed in the house. So you see it coming. So you can be like, no allergies, and run the other way. Yeah, I'd be Silver Creek. I think Trent Reznor should be president. I think just about anybody but any of the people who want to be president right now should be president. Let's see. You have a Jack Russell Terrier times poodle who's totally hypoallergenic.
Oh.
Is he chill or is he still like bouncing off the walls? Interesting. Folsom says, I've got 2 doodles. They still create allergies, just not as bad.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard from a lot of people.
It depends, like, because they're mixed, right? You don't know how some might be more hypoallergenic than others.
Yeah. But our neighbor has a boxer. They're getting 2 more dogs tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Linda Harrison, welcome, new member, right on. And the pup is joining too. You see that? So welcome. Street Trash, I knew you'd come by. What's up? Is that a cake with a candle in it?
Chocolate cake.
Or is it something that the dog left?
I've spoiled Alex this week. He got red velvet cupcakes early on for his birthday week, which he hates.
I hate the idea of a birthday week.
He's a Grinch. And then what else did I get you?
A slice of red velvet cake.
A slice of red velvet cake from his favorites that we get at the store. And then there's a treat for you in the fridge for
my actual birthday. Wow. And she's
not red velvet.
Yeah, thank God. I mean, I love red velvet cake, but I can only eat 3 cupcakes and a piece of cake in a week.
I feel like you have more in you.
Sean Young, welcome. Going G, welcome. Long hair cats are the worst. The fur gets into everything. Well, yeah, the fur does get into everything. Maybe it's just this cat, because medium hair cats, they're the worst, I think. Their hair gets on everything. It gets in your mouth all the time. You're like, why do I have mouth? I have hair in my mouth. Like, obviously, I was just cuddling the cat and going, muh, 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 and I'm going to get hair in my mouth easily that way. But, like, I had a cat that was a 30-pound tabby, just this ginormous orange tabby. And he just, I mean, I'd be sitting upstairs in my bedroom where he never came into that bedroom at my parents' house growing up. And I'd just be like, and I'd have like 3 or 4 hairs from him in my mouth. And I'd be like, what is going on? But yeah. Mond Green, Sideshow Cody, what's up? So how did we meet? Wait, Whippets. Mick, what are we talking about?
Those dogs are interesting. I've spent a lot of
the
time
dog. Oh, I was still thinking about like fish concerts and stuff. Okay, that kind of Whippet. Those are weird dogs. My neighbor had one, and I thought it was a miniature greyhound. And they're like, they're not. They're from a different lineage. And I was like, okay. But I called it the mini greyhound every time I saw it. But yeah, we do want a dog. We do want a doggy. I want one for her to be happy. Fish are hypoallergenic. That is right. See, I've told her, like, she loves Murphy when we go to aquarium co-op and stuff. Like, why can't we just get a small 800-gallon aquarium and get a Mabu puffer? Be easy.
Okay. Maybe next birthday.
Yeah, maybe next birthday. Mystery. Oh, I like that. Fishery and mystery. Mystery. Yeah, it's kind of, you kind of got to say it with like a mystery, like Sean Connery. Mystery. Okay, so brush the cat a few times a week. I brush that cat every day. I use her hairbrush. She just doesn't know it. Direct link to the dogs offered in Cowlitz County. Doodles sisters. Oh, nice. It is. Wait, Mix is on page 2. Lady Rorschach. It probably won't let you post the link. It's probably gonna bury it. But if you would comment on this video afterwards or email it to me,
Yeah, we'll check it
that would
out.
be awesome. I'm sure Laura would love that. Terry Lapierre. Alex learned about adding crushed coral to substrate from you and then found out it was way easier to hang from a mesh bag so that I could adjust the amount. Yeah, that's a great way to do it too, is just to put it in the back of a filter. That's what I tell people if they have a filter. The thing is, a lot of people don't have filters on small shrimp tanks nowadays, even like Caridina or especially Neocaridina don't need filters. And so in those cases, you can just sprinkle it on the substrate, or for guppies where it's not important. But if you're doing Caridina, I can definitely understand we're putting it in a media bag. Even if you didn't have a filter, if you don't mind tucking it behind something, you'd only need like a golf ball size of it. Give or take, to adjust your KH and GH for sure. So how did Lara and I meet? Well, I had a coworker named Donnie D, Donnie Dizzle the DJ, and I was working at Trader Joe's making signs and murals. That all started, if you go far enough back, because I got caught spray painting a warehouse in Bellingham. And I was told, you can come back tomorrow and you can paint an orca, a lighthouse, and like a Washington ocean scene on my coffee stand, or I'm pressing charges. And I had written a big political message on the side of a warehouse when I was like 20. So that started me doing murals. Then I started tattooing, which got me into graphic design and logos. And then I started doing Trader Joe's artwork because I reverted 10 steps. I get my archaeology training. I get my history and cultural anthropology degrees. And then last minute, I come home. My mom had a brain aneurysm. I moved back to Washington, I was in Washington, but I moved back to Seattle from about 2 hours north on the Canadian border. And I was around just because my mom claimed she needed help. She didn't. My dad was about to retire, so she didn't need the help that much. But she wanted me around, and I wasn't doing anything that productive. Tattooing in a college town and spray painting warehouses. Yeah, I guess that didn't sound like the most productive thing. So then I got this job at Trader Joe's, which I thought was just the lame job that I wasn't going to really keep for anything but the health benefits, and that I was really going to be an artist on the side. That's what was happening when we met. And she'd been a bartender. You want to?
Sure. Yeah. So I had also worked with Donnie D, years prior to him being at Trader
and
Joe's.
He was a comic book artist too. So that's why he did murals and drawings with me at Trader Joe's, like the chalk art.
But Donnie and I bartended together, and we were quite the duo, and became really, really close friends. So we went out one night. We had this kind of ritual. There was a DJ that would come into town. He would battle Michael Jackson versus Prince, DJ spinoff. And so Donnie and a couple other friends and I had gone to this. He'd come in maybe like every 4 or 5 months, come in through Seattle. So we went, and little did I know that Donnie had extended the invite to Alex. So and
he'd been telling me about her since she had a boyfriend.
I didn't know anything.
She had a boyfriend at the time, and I don't know how
we had just broken. Broken up.
You did.
Not at the show.
Not at the show.
Oh.
When he first started telling me who you were, and he's like, "Yeah, but she's got this lame boyfriend that she's gonna break up with probably." And then she's like, and then, but my friend was like, "Actually, I shouldn't say that. They might get married or something. I don't know." So he's a very, very neurotic friend of ours. He's very like, he says something and he's like, "Oh, no, I shouldn't have said that. Should I? Okay, don't tell anyone I said that." So it feels like everything's very high stakes with him. Like,
anyway, I'm supposed to ring the bell when you
right.
ramble.
Oh, right. When I ramble or when I get off track, you're supposed to ring a bell.
So we all show up to the Nectar Lounge, which is in Seattle, a really fun bar, small club. And there's probably like 8 or 9 of us in this group, and Alex,
and about 300 people in the bar.
And he had this crazy hair. It was short, but he had like a flock of seagull.
We don't need to talk
hair,
about all of that.
Just this flock coming out in the front. And I was like, who is this guy? I just was more intrigued than anything. And I kind of went up, and I'm pretty outgoing, would you say?
Yeah.
Some people think that's annoying, but I'll talk to anybody. So I went up and talked.
You say that, but
him.
I'll really talk to anybody.
Yeah, true. And he was kind of just being a little quiet and mousy that night. And I went up and was just like, hey, I'm Lara. What are you doing here? You don't look like you would hang out with Donnie would hang out with you, because he was all decked out in tie-dye.
So our friend is a libertarian on the conservative side of things in a lot of ways. He was like Ron Paul big time. So I know that's a liberal to some people, but it's pretty conservative for Washington. And he'd been like doing the caucuses and like bumper stickers. He was slapping on everyone's car at work, like who didn't want one. And he's like, anyways, so he's a character.
So we met that night, but just kind of met like, oh, I know who this Alex character is.
Well, and then
who I am.
The thing is though, like I expected his friends to be maybe kind of uptight or really like off the chain weird.
Where did I fall?
And he was 15 years old. He's 15 years older.
Yeah,
than
he's
me
older
too.
than me. Yeah.
And if the cat's out of the bag, she's 10 years younger than me. No, she's 10 years older than me. A lot of people believed me when I said I was turning 21 today.
Oh my God.
I was like, are you kidding me? I'm going to get carded forever.
The good filters on there.
Yeah, my dad. Yeah, exactly. My dad and I will get carded forever.
So anyway, we don't end up dating for, I don't know, 9 months later. And we dispute what our first date really was.
Milkshake.
But we did go. I invited him as a friend, but interested, to go to the art museum.
And then I forgot my wallet.
He came to pick me up, and it was the classic, I forgot my wallet. And I was like, I just got out of that relationship with the not so cool guy. I was like, I'm not going down this road again. But here we are. Long story short, something happened. There was magic somewhere in that milkshake.
Yeah, we had a milkshake that we shared together. And the reason it was a date was because she got one straw and then passed the straw to me sitting like this. You don't do that with a friend. That's like a movie trope. That's how I knew it was a date. In my head, I was like, oh, it's a date now. Okay. And then I was like,
but you forgot your wallet.
Yeah. And no, it was in the car. I had it by dinner. It was just in the car during the museum part. But I did borrow my mom's car so she wouldn't know that my real car was a hunk of crap.
There was some deceiving there.
Because I was 25 when we first met. And she was 35, which is a big difference in some ways at that point in time about like how put together your life is.
Why are you looking at me like that?
You picked me.
Hey, I don't have a great track record.
And that was 11 years ago at the Nectar. 10 years that we've been together now. 7 that we've been married. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the story, guys. That's the story while my wife's here. Wow, Lara, you look younger than him.
Oh, thanks. I'll take it.
People said I'd never guess that. Yeah, how old do people think I am by looking? I mean, if you had to guess. Lara, do you have any tattoos made by Alex?
Funny you ask. He refuses to tattoo me or even design anything for me.
Hey, I sketched out one thing. Alex confirmed boy toy. Not very good at it.
Well, the funny thing is everyone's like, oh, you're dating somebody younger. Like, and I was like, oh, if you only knew him.
Yeah, I've been an old man since I was a little kid. Like the health going to hell, that's like more recent. But the like reading the atlas for fun or like the almanac or encyclopedia is probably more accurate. I literally stayed in like 5th grade to read the almanac on sunny days because I was like, oh, the sun is lame. And it'd rain and I'd go outside and like catch worms or whatever. I was that weird kid in like 4th and 5th grade.
You look 17. Who complains more, Alex or the cat? Probably the cat.
Yeah. She complains more than the cat about my tanks and like the mess I make and stuff. But she's right too. She needs to keep me in line. That's also date material. Borrow a nicer car.
True.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I am not 32. I am 36, actually.
Yay.
Or 37?
You're catching up to me. 36.
30. Wait. How is it 2023?
Don't do math.
Okay.
Right now.
All right. About 36. And Coro, you're a smart man, dude. Mick, you too. You guys are all smart. So while my wife is here, since she never wants to play other than that skit we did the other day, I remind you of Tom Brady. I will freaking take that.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just the beanie. Just because that guy was always wearing a beanie. So, any other questions for the lovely Lara? I'm surprised the cat is not going ballistic right now.
Where is she?
Yeah. We don't hear from her.
She's eating your fish.
We're like, what is happening? Oh, yeah. You want to show the fish we got? Oh, you didn't get it. You didn't do anything.
No, I was at work today.
So my neighbor said, happy birthday. And he got me these fish, which he thought were male and female, but they're not. They're both male. They're two different types of gourami. And one is a human variety called a fire and ice, usually. And this one here is just a powder blue dwarf gourami male that are super mean. That is at the store that sells arowanas and all sorts of crazy big fish. And I'm going to try, though, to put my female powder blue gourami with this male and see if they'll cross. And then my female labiosa, I think is how you say it. The one from Lake Inlay, the thick lip gourami. I'm going to try putting that with this because it's highly suspected that is what they domesticated and line bred these from. But it hasn't been confirmed yet. So we got some gouramis to play with. So my neighbor got me those, and it was nice of him and everything, but it was like completely wrong assumptions, if that makes sense. Like he thought he was giving me a girl and boy and that they'd have babies for me. But anyways, Gary, Scary, thank you. Randy, Coke or Coach, Coke. I'm gonna go with Coke. Wait, we got a lot of questions coming in. Fish. Yeah, okay.
My favorite fish is gouramis.
Really? That's still your favorite?
You thought it changed?
I thought it changed. I thought, well, I've had a lot of fish since the gourami I brought home.
I love gouramis. We had those silvery ones that were really pretty.
Oh, the moonlight gouramis.
Yeah, or like they were like a silver blue.
Mm-hmm.
I like those. I like the shrimps.
You do?
Yeah. Why is your voice?
I don't know
so
why
weird?
my voice is going so
high. My favorite tank is the one that he does not keep trimmed well, because we have the two tanks that are in the main living room, and the bigger one that's on the fish stand is my favorite when he trims the plants.
I trimmed it this week.
But the plants grow so fast, it's like I can't see the fish.
They need to be either trimmed twice a week or trimmed all the way to the ground, to the point where like there's no plants for the first foot, and a week later they're back up to the top of the water. They grow over an inch a day in that tank, and there's no CO2. It's just it's growing too well. I need to put a layer of sand or gravel so they just can't grow that fast or something. Let's see here. Oh, Silver Creek, you changed your name to Silver Creek Wildlife. I like that. Kara, what's going on? Thank you very much, Lady Rorschach. Yeah, it won't let me. You might see the link in chat, but it doesn't show it to me, and I bet it's not showing it to other people because YouTube's stupid. I don't know why they do that. Are gouramis difficult to breed? No, not at all. If you just keep other fish out of the tank, they're really easy to breed. All you need is lots of plants at the top, lots of floating plants or plants that are bent over or immersed, and warm water and warm air temperature right above the water for even just this much. So you can just drain a tank down 2 inches or whatever from the rim. Gouramis will only need 2 or 3 inches of water to spawn, so it's fine. And then they'll make a little bubble nest usually. Some are mouth brooders, but most make a bubble nest, and then the little nest, the babies just start swimming out from within 2 days, but they're smaller than an eyelash. They're like if you took an eyelash and you cut it into thirds. That's how small the babies are at first. And yeah, they're pretty easy. Okay, for the Dr. Pepper Fund, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. R-1, thank you very much. Very appreciated. Not required, of course. Yeah, jungle tanks are the best. Yes, I agree. I agree. Lara Alex is in my top 3 fish keepers.
Aww.
That's right. Take that.
Take that.
Connor M. Hello. I'm glad you could reach part of the birthday. Alex has balloons and everything. That's right, First Class Fish. I do, because I've got a very good wife. That, and we've been on a balloon kick like the last 2 or 3 years.
The store by us has some insane funny balloons.
Yeah.
So now I'm obsessed with buying them. He also has a cool little LED sign.
There's
backwards.
a Safeway by our house that blows up like T-Rex balloons. So I just get them for her.
Happy birthday.
She left this for me this morning, like when it was still dark in the morning. When I usually get up at like 5 if I ever went to bed. And
actually, you should open your card because the front. Can you show the front of the card is really awesome.
Sure, we'll open. We're having birthday dinner now, guys.
I want them to see the front of the card because it's so perfect, but it's not fish related.
Happy birthday from the cat. Oh, yeah, that is perfect.
And what's in the cat's mouth?
It says ouch on the little thought bubble.
You don't have to read it.
Oh, I don't?
But Silky signed it too.
The cat did sign it. And the cat drew a really odd picture of itself. Thank you, honey. I appreciate it.
It was so perfect when you find the perfect card.
Yeah, that is great.
And
it's a block print, which is what I used to do. Like when she met me, the Trader Joe's job was basically an excuse to get benefits. And at the time, you only had to work 20 hours a week at Trader Joe's. And then they changed it to 35. And then they tried to get rid of all the artists, essentially. And because of that, I started doing gallery shows, and I had a gallery, and she helped me with like lugging art around and hanging shows in cafes and nightclubs and bars and farmers markets. And we'd do this thing where like you were supposed to pay for the farmers market, and we just get like a little fold out table and just sit somewhere at the farmers market, like guerrilla style. Cause I didn't have the money to I don't know why you married me. Wasn't that a warning sign when you're like,
I told you
this guy can't buy a stall?
Choices in life.
Linda's Farm, what's going on? Good to see you. One day, if you were into monster fish, you should keep a goodoo, a Murray cod. Yeah, they're crazy. That's a big fish. I don't think I would keep it even if I could. That's a big fish, Murray cod from Australia. But they're very cool, and I am going to do an episode on how the native Aborigines used to pen raise them and eels and other things 48,000 years ago. They have archaeological evidence of. It's the oldest fish pens in existence that we know of yet. And there's like valves for draining it. It's insanity. And there's geometrical patterns in the pens. So they set it up like a site to be viewed by the gods, essentially. Very cool stuff. Mick M says, you visited Mexico a while ago, but what place in the world would you like to visit next?
Me?
Yeah.
Honestly, I've been wanting to go to Spain.
Yeah, I'd love to go to Spain.
But then I've also been very drawn. I spent some time in Costa Rica in college, and I haven't been back since. So I'd like to go somewhere there, Central America, probably back to Costa Rica.
Costa Rica?
I gotta take our picture.
What?
I'm taking a meta photo.
Okay. Maybe it wasn't just a one-sided deal that we made a compromise with.
Hey! Wait, one more.
She made some compromises. I made some compromises. Like, I compromised that she's okay with me talking about fish 24/7. And like right now, I'm on a kick where I'm talking about the physics of sound and fish and how all the fish in the world are being tortured by boat motors, essentially. And how we didn't know because we thought only fish that hear loud noises are being bugged. And it turns out it's the quiet noises that are like literally causing them to starve to death and stuff. So there's a whole video on that coming out tomorrow. But every time I put out a video, she gets to hear about it for like 5 days beforehand. And
oh, yeah, that was one of my other answers to what's the most annoying thing. That's not how they phrased it. How'd they phrase it? Something that drives you crazy or something?
Probably. What fish nerdy thing does he do?
Well, it's when I wake up all of a sudden at 2 a.m. and I hear, hello, it's Alexander Williamson from Fishery. And he's recording a video and I can hear it.
You don't even know my
really
catchphrase.
loud.
You don't even know my catchphrase. Cheryl, thank you so much and welcome. Hey everybody.
Hey guys.
Hey guys, it's Alexander Williamson.
I know what you say. I hear it in my sleep.
Literally, you hear it in your sleep. She goes to bed. I'm like, okay, I gotta spend some quality time with my wife. So like all day I'm on the phone doing like answering you guys and stuff because I love you. Come here. Help me make a little heart for the audience tonight.
That's not a very good
it's not a very good heart. And we always used to do it that way. And I saw that the kids are doing it this way. And it looks like the East Side gang symbol. But try this new way where you're
I don't know what you're doing.
Make your hand like this. Okay. Now there's some new way that the kids are doing it where you go like, wait, is it? I don't know. Somebody's watching this and being like, oh, you idiot. It's this. But there's a way to make the heart symbol with two different hands. And it's like something like this, or this. I don't know. Whatever. I can't do it. Doesn't matter. Let's see here. Oh, well, Morowina, happy birthday. And also, your last name is Cook. That's just the Dutch way or the German way of spelling it. Oh, interesting. So does that become Coke, like the Koch brothers or whatnot? Yes, we have made it for my birthday. 900 million kilometers around the sun.
I don't know kilometers.
Through space. It's like 4 miles. Yeah. And we're back. And we have another lot of that to go. All right. Bye, Makala or Maka Kamala. I always want to say the last part first, but have a good night. Jason, what's going on? Welcome. Let's see here. Lady Diane, hello. Ben Chester, hello. Ben and Jenna, what's up? Those are people we really know. I do really know quite a few viewers too, but that's our neighbors. What's up? So I got Lara's favorite 2 fish. What's your favorite fish? Randy says. I like panda loaches a lot. I really want a snakehead. An ornate fire and ice snakehead that is not allowed in the US. It's really dumb that they're not allowed because they're a dwarf snakehead for one, and for two, I mean, it's like basically a betta macrostoma, like that, maybe a little. It's a little bigger than that, but yeah, it's a mean fish, but it's not going to obliterate an ecosystem for one, and for two, it was 9 degrees this week. There's no way a fish that needs 72-degree water minimum is going to survive 9 degrees. So they should just allow them here. But yeah, I've always been fascinated and we can't have them. All right, let's see here. Looking for questions. Don't want to miss you. Oh, Lady Diane, thank you so much. That is very sweet of you. I really do appreciate that. You guys have been very sweet tonight. This has been a really good birthday. Come to New Zealand. I have a spare room. I'm down. I want to swim with those eels that are they on the southern island? I think they are, but I don't know which island you're on. But yeah. Alex, tomorrow is a big fish swap, and it's going to be 15 to 20 degrees Fahrenheit tomorrow. Any advice? Bring an ice chest. Bring heat packs for like hand heat packs. Wrap them in paper towel or newspaper or even an actual towel. Put whatever fish you have in the bottom of the ice chest, and then put either a piece of cardboard and then the wrapped newspaper heat pack above that, like a hand warmer, because the heat will rise and it won't cook the fish. Now, if your car is bearable for you, then you don't need the heat pack in the ice chest or cooler. You can just put your fish in the cooler. And as long as they're at room temperature, they'll stay cooler. They'll stay warmer in the cooler. Cooler.
I did see a question about what I do to de-stress or something like that, or what I like to do.
Okay.
What do I like to do, babe?
She
sleep.
Likes to annoy me. She likes to sleep. Yeah.
I read a lot and I have a love affair with Netflix.
Yeah. So what's my connection with the TV in the house?
He claims he only turns it on watches it when I'm home, which is true, but he doesn't think about how his phone is an extension of the TV and he watches YouTube videos all day.
I do. I usually have music or a YouTube video playing while I'm editing or while I'm researching. But a lot of times I'll have a college lecture about like physics of sound playing while I'm reading papers about sound. And she'll come in and she'll be like, what the hell are you listening to? Turn all of this off. It is so annoying. Because in the morning, I'll walk around and I'll be like, honey, I hope you have a good day. But I'll have my phone like blabbing here. And I'm like, honey, I love you. I hope you have a good day. And you're like, just, I will.
Too much. It's too much.
So that's probably when she hits her limit every morning.
He refuses to use earbuds. But it's cool. But no, my biggest stress relief, I think, is when we go out and see live music. That's my favorite pastime.
Yeah.
I'm a go outer and doer versus Alex is a stay in and I don't know.
I am now. I've become more introverted the older I've got. I used to think I was an extrovert hardcore, and I have my moments when I am, because I want to tell someone about all the things I learned when I was being introverted, but I kind of need equal half and half or I'll explode. But I don't feel the need to like have to go talk to someone every night. Like I could be locked in a room, and I made a deal with myself years ago. I will never be bored. Even if I am in solitary confinement, I will not allow myself to be bored. It is a luxury to be bored, and it is a first world problem to claim you're bored. If you're not running from your life from a tiger or, dying of cholera, if you're not dealing with something that is catastrophic or helping you just get to the next moment, like, you are blessed in some way. And therefore you should just, take that time to be curious about things. And, it's a good meditative state to be in. If you already feel bored, that's a good time to be like, okay, well, what haven't I considered about this pop can? So, like, yeah, it's a pop can, but what ink do they use to stick to a pop can? What does this can look like if you were to put it onto paper, like flat? How do they make the little bevel? How many pieces of aluminum are in this pop can? You could go on for hours about any given thing, even if it's just a wall or your own brain. So that's just my little tip if you're ever stuck or have writer's block or whatever. Just start picking apart something until literally your brain goes blank. And if it does, then great, you're meditating at that point. Anne wants to know, what do you guys love to do together? And thanks for keeping me entertained on day 6 of being iced in Portland.
Yeah.
Oh, rough down in Portland.
It is rough down there.
I got cat hair in my throat after all of my claims that I was fine. Sorry, guys. Wow.
What do we like to do together, babe?
Nothing. She claims nothing.
Netflix and chill.
Yeah, in the literal sense, guys.
No, we really both, of course, love nature. So when we can and the weather's cooperative, we love to go to the beach. We have an awesome beach park here in our neighborhood. We go to the other parks and go walking the trails or go to Lake
Used
Washington.
to go hiking, and then I broke my spine. We still walk a little bit, but now I'm pretty screwed up in that way too.
And he doesn't cook very often, but I love to cook. So when we do that together, that makes me very happy.
Mm-hmm. It makes me very stressed. She's a cook who's like, I'm going to put this in the pan and that and do this. And I'm going to
how you cook.
Do just eyeball that. And we're out of this. So I'm using grapeseed oil or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this, do it in order. And then I'm going to do every dish in between while I'm waiting. Like, rather than standing there and turning something, I'll do the dishes because I hate dishes. Like, I hate dishes so much that I will like eat cereal out of the box. I will do anything to avoid more dishes from when I lived alone as a bachelor. And you like making dishes, I think.
I'm not a very organized or clean cook, no, but we also, back to the TV thing. We do love movies, and when we first got together, we watched a ton of movies, and we would pick an actor and kind of go through, their stuff and pick maybe like 5 or 6 movies of that same actor, and kind of call it a like movie fest of so and so.
And we actually, because of my terrible luck, we killed our first person.
Philip Seymour Hoffman died right after we
finished watching his movies. And I was like, yeah, bad stuff always happens to me. And we were still kind of new together. And she's like, oh, don't say that. And then I get hit by lightning. And she's like, yeah, bad stuff kind of does happen. And then like, oh, I get heat stroke in Florida. Or, oh, I mean, how many things have gone wrong? On our honeymoon, you got strep throat. And I had an abscess go septic in my tooth. My luck is, if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all, I think. You can catch snakeheads with a fishing rod. 186 Element, good to see you. Those are only the large ones. There's 2 snakeheads in the U.S., and I know that they have escaped and made problems, and it's because they're the ones that go in the north and that are large. But the snakeheads that I want are in the like very hot tropics, like down in Myanmar. That's where I'd like to go, is like Indonesia, Myanmar, Thailand. I'd probably die in Indonesia or Myanmar. Thailand.
I'm going to go, but you're not invited.
Yeah. Phuket, maybe I could make it too. Yeah. Let's see here. Laura, you are a saint. Thanks for supporting Alex so that he can support us and our aquariums. Anyone would be lucky to have a partner like him. Now that is
that's sweet.
very true.
Do
Thank
I have
you,
any
Moose.
other choice? Just kidding.
Thanks, Moose. That's very sweet of you. And everyone who's agreeing with you. And if you don't, get out. No. The snakehead that I want only gets yay big. I think it gets like 8 inches to 12 inches, something like that, depending on. They don't have a Latin name for it yet. It's called the fire and ice snakehead, as far as I know right now. And actually, we can look it up real quick.
We like to watch Jeopardy together too.
Oh yeah, I used to be a trivia freak.
Nerds.
So here, let me pull it up for you guys. Present, share screen. Share screen. All right. So this isn't a very good picture. But they're not so big. But right now, they're just called species fire and ice. And they're really beautiful fish. They have orange and blue. And they're like a gourami kind of. They're labyrinth fish. Some of them can look really, really elaborate and incredible. This is the next closest relative they're assuming. So this is one that's known. This is the Chana, which just is the same thing as snakehead. Essentially, it's the genus. But Andrao, isn't that a beautiful fish? And we can't have them here. There's a whole group of like all these beautiful fish that we can't have. I mean, some of them are pretty ugly and boring, but we can't have those because 2 of them are ginormous and people are dumb and they let them go. All right, so let's see if we have any last questions. I did only promise an hour.
We're gonna go get barbecue.
Our native eels, tuna, are in both. Oh, I didn't know that. They're called tuna. Is that like the Maori name for them? Grew up catching them in creeks. They're beautiful. Yeah, that's really cool, Melissa. You watch out. I might hit you up in like a year and be like, hey, we're coming to New Zealand. Who wants to hang out? Yes, they are very strong fish. They're very strong fish. Well, I'll do a whole episode on snakeheads sometime soon because I could go up to Canada where they're legal and just bring one home, which would be several felonies. But I mean, I could go up there and film some probably and then come back down with the footage. Thank you, Dragon Lair. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, Jeff, there are some European channels that do keep them. They are high maintenance in that they're going to they need to be in their own tank and stuff. Usually I think they eat anything you put in there with them. John's you've met John. He's the deadhead from Oregon with the long ponytail. He said, I still have some old bachelor ways, such as sometimes eating soup out of the can. Don't feel like the Lone Ranger.
Don't give him any ideas.
Yeah. Holy smokes. Look at that. Jeff Kane gifted 20 memberships.
That's amazing.
Jeff, brother, thank you. Really. I mean, that is above and beyond. That is wild. Thank you, man. That's very, very kind of you. Oh, and man,
wow.
Everybody's just popping off right now.
Hey, that's for our milkshakes.
Yeah.
I like it.
Thank you very much. Also to YFI, thank you very much, buddy. Buy you and your wife a wonderful big giant milkshake and share with that Barbie. You know, I
Now
bet
want a
I bet 2
milkshake.
milkshakes in Seattle will be
be
nearly
$20.
$20. So thank you. Yeah, we had a milkshake a couple nights ago, and it was. We need a good one. We need a good one. Well, you guys, thank you. Mick could have ordered the red burrito snakehead last week, but it didn't. Don't know where to keep. Yeah, that's the thing with such a mean fish. You have to kind of set up a place for them. It's kind of like axolotls. Like, oh yeah, they're cool, but you need like a 40-gallon breeder, and yeah, you could keep a couple of them together, or you could keep them with something that is food. Like that's not always true with axolotls, but you probably get what I'm saying. If you want to keep one properly, you kind of have to give it its own space. You guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight, and thank you, my dear,
honey, for having me.
I want my wife to be more involved in the channel, like to be in all my thumbnails, because whenever she is, they get clicked on way more. Yeah. So yeah, after this, I think Lucas Bretz is streaming right about now. And yeah. Hey, Ginger, thank you so much. You met her,
I remember,
when we were in Tennessee.
Yes.
That was like 3 or 4 years ago now. Thank you so much, Ginger.
2019.
It was before the plague.
Before the plague.
Thank you so much, Ginger. That's really sweet, and it's good to see you. I love seeing you when you stop by. I love seeing all y'all when you stop by, but it's those folks that have been around a long time that I'm always blown away when 5 years down the path of knowing each other. But thank you guys. Thanks for anybody tuning in later after the fact. Hopefully in the morning, I'll have my new video uploaded about fish and sound. I just have to finish editing the sound over the video.
Wait, is that one like if a fish falls
in the forest? Yeah. Does it make a sound? It sounds like this. No.
Got it.
Yeah. Like that. All right, you guys. Thanks for joining us. Lucas Bretz, LRB Aquatics. That's where I'm going to send y'all. If you guys go over there, if you guys keep wanting to chat with other nature aquarium people and so forth and so on, hashtag Alex sent you. And I'll be uploading that info to the community tab about the Portland, Oregon meetup that's going on tomorrow in just a moment. Thank you guys so very much for your generosity,
Happy birthday.
Support. It's made it a really good birthday, you guys. It really has. Thank you. And we're out. Let's go find the cat and see what she got into.
Okay.